Hello and welcome to Learn, Live, and Prepare. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some ways that I propagate cuttings. As you can see, I just did some tree trimming, some pruning, and I have quite a bit of branches to deal with. I'm not going to let these go to waste. I'm going to propagate some of these, and then the rest I'll use for chop and drop, for composting and feeding the rest of the garden. So let's go ahead and get right into the propagation. We're looking for branches that are about this size. It depends on the type of tree. For example, some trees or plants it really doesn't matter, like the gumbo limbo here in Florida. You can literally take a branch of that and stick it in the ground, and as long as it's getting watered, it'll start to grow. This plant here, the ice cream bean tree, I'm not certain what it needs for propagation, so I'm going to stick with some general rules. Let's try to stay with a size about like this, around pinky size, and go ahead and gather up woody parts and green parts. For example, this is a little bit more woody, and then on the ends you have some more green in there. So we're going to try and collect pieces of that and gather them up, and then I'll show you a few different methods. Now that we have a branch for a demonstration here, we're going to cut a piece off that's green and a piece off that's woody. You want to cut it so that it's about 4 to 6 inches in length. So this green piece here is the one we're going to take. So I'm going to cut it about right there. Okay, this is for the green stem. And we're going to eliminate these branches down here. This one here, this is too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off right there. And then we're only going to keep those 2 leaves right there, because we don't want all that leaf on there to be perspiring all the water that's inside of this branch. Okay, so we have our green propagation. We can discard this. Now we're going to do a woody part here. So what do we have here? About 4 to 6 inches, so we'll cut it right there. We're going to remove these branches here so we're not losing too much water. And again, just leaving 2 leaves. There we go. Okay, so we have 1 woody and 1 green that we're going to try. So now that you have your cuttings, there's 2 ways that I propagate. You can put a green or a woody stem directly into water, just like I have here, or you can put it into soil, just like I have here. I like to do a little bit of both, the green and a woody in soil. Just kind of pack that in nicely, and then same thing with the woody and the green in the water. Okay, and then just keep an eye on them. Make sure they're getting enough water. Keep them in an area where they're going to get some sunlight. It's nice and humid. If you have a greenhouse, that's a good idea. Just make sure you're watching them and they don't dry up. Once they start to sprout new leaves, you know those roots are starting to take in. You notice I didn't use any root hormone. You can use root hormone here if that helps, or if you think that might help. I've found that that's not always necessary. I like to just put a couple of the woody and the green in the soil and then some in the water and see which does better. It all depends on the plant varieties, and once they start to take, then you know which works best. And sometimes you just have to do it in large quantities and you'll get some out of it. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, take care.